Have you ever had the situation where you let a comment fester, maybe for a day or a couple weeks or maybe a couple years? Well, we see that happen in our first reading today. And we see how this comment, this offhand comment to King Saul, will fester with him, will make him so mad, and will essentially consume him for the next couple days' readings. What happens is Saul and David both return from a battle. Saul is the king of Israel currently, and David will be the next king of Israel. Not his son, but has been chosen by God as the next king of Israel. And as they come back from battle, there are some people singing a song of victory about this battle. And they say, Saul has slain his thousands and David his tens of thousands. That little tens of thousands gets under Saul's skin. Seems like an odd thing to get worked up about, but I think it's something that resonates with us. And we see how this offhand comment starts to consume Saul's thoughts. And what does he do when he's frustrated? He goes and he vents. He vents about it to the people who should be most on board with him, his sons, including his son Jonathan. He complains about it to all of his servants. David doesn't know any of this. David doesn't know what's going on. But Saul has let this one comment consume all of his thoughts about David, so much so that he wants to kill David. And so we find Jonathan, the son of Saul, who were Saul to stay and his family to stay as the king of Israel, would eventually be king. Jonathan, who should be most on board with his dad's festering comment, breaks the cycle. He says instead, no, Dad, calm down. David has done nothing wrong to you. In fact, he has done a lot for you, and you need to calm down because God has chosen him as the next king of Israel. Don't worry about it. And so what Jonathan does is he goes and he tries to keep the peace between his father Saul and his friend David. Jonathan in this situation is a great image of Christ who tries to keep the peace, who doesn't let this comment get the best of him. So too, as we go about our days today, and especially in this world of cyberbullying and internet comment threads, it's easy to get worked up about one comment, one thing said negatively to us or about us, or something that we're passionate about. But instead, try to be like Jonathan. Let nothing disturb your peace, but instead, try and be a peacemaker today.